What up, world? Welcome to BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janeau Show. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all those social media platforms. I would appreciate it if you did. Really, where you go to? YouTube channel, man. Brandon Janeau Show, YouTube channel, man. Go subscribe, comment, like the shorts, like the vids. It helps in the algorithms if you do. I would appreciate it if you did. Oh man, this episode is the last episode of the year for me. It is point of view or random shit. My look back on 2025. Well, my topics that I want to talk about in 2025. Ah, man, it's been a crazy fucking year, man. I mean, point of view or random shit, and I haven't done an episode in a minute. I thought I was gonna do like a monthly thing, and then it's just like I really don't give a fuck about none of these topics. But again, it's the end of the year, and I needed to do something to close out the year. So, and close out this season. So, point of view, random shit, come on down. Like, that's point of view. That's pretty much what I can get to. Couple topics I want to just touch on. So, let's get this out the way. Let's just start this shit. Let's rip the band aid right the fuck off. So, just like everyone, I watched the Diddy documentary that 50 did on Netflix. Um, Diddy this year was sentenced to what, like 67 months or some shit like that. Wasn't really long. He's only in there for like 67 fucking months. Again, get out on good behavior, shit like that. You know how it goes. He's not really in there for long. Um, this debate that people have about this Diddy situation, and it's only started up really with the because of the 50 documentary on him, which was a crazy fucking documentary. If you've never seen that documentary on Netflix, I don't know how when everybody's fucking talked about it from like since it fucking happened. But this documentary is something I've been said about this fucking documentary and about Diddy pretty much for most of the time. It's like, bro, we knew some of this shit about this dude. We acted and pretended like this that 50 exposed the most uncrazy the craziest shit we've ever heard about it. We've heard this shit about this fucking man, bro. Like we are not. Are you that damn stupid? Are you really that damn like? Come on, bro. Like, are you really that damn stupid? Like, we've heard this shit already about this fucking dude. What is the shocker here? We've been said we always felt like Diddy had allegedly had something to do with Pac getting killed. We've always said this shit, bro. I'm about to be 32. Pac died in '96. Next year will be his 30-year anniversary of his murder. Are we really that fucking surprised that people are now like, oh yeah, Diddy probably had something to do with that? We've been saying this shit. They've been saying this shit since I was a kid, since I was a child, bro. Is it really that fucking shocking? To get the tape, to hear Keefe D, whatever the fuck that nigga name is, say literally, oh yeah, Diddy was supposed to pay me, and he never sent the payment. Like, oh, he got the payment. Dude that set the situation up for Diddy had the money and he took it. Like, what are we surprised about? I'm trying to figure this part out. I'm trying to understand what we're so amazed about. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's only been a couple years since I've really realized that, yo, like, Diddy probably has something to do with Biggie too. When you hear some of the stories and you hear some of the things that has been said that Biggie knew he was pretty much done with Bad Boy after he released his album Ready to Die. No, Life After Death. And once he released Life After Death, and then he released um and after that he would have dropped the commission with Jay-Z. These are things we've all heard. Like, what the fuck are we surprised about? I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding this. But for some apparent reason, we got to stand on like 50, like doing this to him because because 50's black and Diddy's black, and that's something that's deep in our community, bro. Like, we gotta stop doing shit like that because, like, don't clump me in with this nigga. Don't clump me in with Diddy. Y'all do that shit that Diddy's being accused of. Don't give me this bullshit because he got money or he's rich. That's why he can move like he. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, if this was another race, you'd be wanting that nigga head on a fucking silver platter. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like we gotta stop that shit. Stop clumping this nigga in with us. He's not us. He used his money and his power and his fame for too long, and he got away clearly with some shit. Clearly with some shit. I mean, my God, man. Some of the stories this motherfucker, like, listening to some of them stories, you be sitting there like, and most of them niggas was enablers. All them niggas in that documentary was enablers. Anybody that was around that nigga was an enabler. Every single fucking one of them. Because you knew this nigga was fucked up. You knew this nigga was fucked up in the head, and yet you kept putting a band-aid on it. Trying to, you had the former manager be like, yeah, I was trying to feed into his ego on the positive side. You can't feed into no nigga's ego like him on no positive anything. The fuck are you talking about? Y'all niggas was enablers to this fucking dude because he was rich and he had money. And if you thought you talk crazy to this nigga, he was gonna fire you. Y'all let this nigga slide too long. To hear Marlon Wayans say some crazy shit like, "Don't you're not supposed to kick a black man when he down." I'm not kicking a black man when he down. I'm kicking Diddy while he's down. The fuck do you talking about? That's not just any black man. That's an asshole, sir. What the fuck are you talking about? What are we having a problem here? Stop defending motherfuckers because they got money or they famous or they rich. Them niggas don't know you. They don't know a motherfucking soul. Them niggas don't know you. The fuck are you defending this nigga for? The fuck? Oh, God almighty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that shit. I don't understand that shit. And you still got motherfuckers that sitting there trying to defend this nigga. Why? Like, why? What are you gaining from defending this fucking dude? All that evidence in that fucking documentary. And y'all still sitting up there saying 50's in the wrong. I'm in the wrong for basically showing y'all niggas who the fuck you niggas on social media are defending. I'm in the wrong. I fucking guess. I fucking guess. It brings me to Holly Weird. Hollywood is going through it this year. Like, and it just what really took the cake for me this year was the Sydney Sweetie situation, right? I've been saying that too. Like, Sydney Sweetie situation is funny to me because Hollywood has not figured this part out, and they're still living off the old mantra: all press is good press, and that shit is bad. Sydney Sweetie, if you don't know, did a jean ad for American Eagle. Talk about she got good genes. It's in her genes and all this other shit, right? It came off, and when I watched the shit, I didn't take it as like, oh, that's racist or anything like that. I just like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Like I took it as, who gives a fuck? Who cares? But it did resonate with a lot of people as being very tone deaf and racist. Cool. If you know that's how people receive that commercial, when you sit down for an interview for a movie that you're supposedly supposed to be very hyped for, and this is supposed to be your breakout role from this girl that all we've seen is her ass and her titties on TV all day, and yet you are just a dumb blonde kind of you and say you have no connection. Even if it wasn't intended to be very somewhat racist, that's what people took it as. Very diverse, very diverse. I mean, it's a very diverse show, and a lot of people that support that show are very diverse. You got black, you got white, you got people of the gay community, you got people that look at her character on there as women empowerment because of how she is on that show. And yet you took that, all that goodwill you made with people, had with people, and then you turned it into that bullshit gene ad. And then you sat down with GQ, had a chance to squash this shit, and you said out your fucking mouth on camera, by the way, if I needed to say something about what people perceive me as, I will say something. This wasn't like the Gene ad came out 2 weeks before the interview or some shit. This was months before the fucking interview you had with GQ. And you, or whatever the fucking magazine you had that sit down with. This was months after that Gene ad. So you had months to sit, hear criticism, and then go sit down and have this conversation with someone. And they gave you the lob. Hey, do you think you need to maybe address what this Gene ad really was or something? And you sat there and said, if I need to say something, I'll say something. You went from maybe she's not racist. It's just a bad fucking time to do that ad. To nah, she believe that shit. It went from maybe she's not racist to just a really like her PR team just fucked up and gave her the wrong fucking thing to do at this moment. To nope, she she's every bit of that gene ad. That's not good. That's the problem with Hollywood right now. They don't understand that, bro. You can't do the shit you used to do and just ignore it like it didn't happen. We don't live in that world no more where all press is good press. Who the fuck told you that? I've never lived in that thought process. All press is good press. That's fucking stupid. No, nigga, press is press. It just depends on how niggas want to spin it. And in that moment, you had a chance to squash this shit and you chose to not squash it. And then you want to put out a goddamn press release all after the fact. Bro, you had a chance on camera. We saw your face to sit there and say what was real. And yet you didn't do it. And you waited weeks after to then put out a press release that felt very AI generated. And this is how stupid Hollywood is. You keep pushing this girl like people are just going to forgive her for what the fuck she did. That shit ain't happening, bro. So even if she does have a successful this or successful that, we don't live in a world where people nowadays forgive you easily for some shit. Maybe back in the day, yeah, but not now. It's too sensitive. It's too divisive. And for somebody like her to be the blonde chick from Euphoria and to be every bit of her character off of Euphoria in real fucking life, it's like, you see, that's the problem. And then she had the nerve to sit there and say, people think I'm dumb, but I'm really smart and I know what I'm doing. I'm not here to debate that. It was just a very stupid thing to say at that time. Like, it was just a very stupid fucking thing to say. That's all. Nothing more. Nothing less. But she got a new movie, I think, coming out this Friday. Will it succeed? Probably fucking not. I don't think it will. It's not because, of her. I just don't think people are willing to get the fuck up and go to the movie theaters anymore. And that's another thing about Hollywood that's also dying. Movies. Movies are dying, man. It was a joke maybe a couple years ago where people was like, man, the only thing that movies might really actually sell is if you got like a really good horror franchise or like a really good like a comedy like Bad Boys, or like if they were to bring back maybe like Ice Cube and Mike Epps wanted to do a Friday or some shit, that'll sell. That'll be gone in minutes. But really, the only thing that sells in fucking movies nowadays is really big franchises, like maybe Fast and the Furious. And I don't even know if that shit sells like it used to. But the Avengers and DC comic movies, if they're actually really good, like superhero movies will always be somewhat of substance because we grew up with these characters. We grew up on Superman. We grew up on Batman. We grew up on the Avengers. For some of us, we grew up on the Avengers. We knew about Spider-Man and Incredible Hulk and all these other characters, and then Thor and Captain America and Iron Man. We grew up on these fucking characters. So, and now that the Marvel universe is now starting to pull in the X-Men and Fantastic Four, it's like, oh, all right now, let's really see how this shit about to play out. Those movies are gonna sell. Hollywood is in a very hard place right now where these movies ain't selling like they used to. You know why? Because it's not intriguing anymore. I don't want to spend my money to go see a movie. There's a lot of movies like F1 and shit like that that will get the nod, but it's got to be a lot of shit that goes into that. You got to be promoting that bitch like a motherfucker. And that's another thing. There used to be movies that get promoted like 6 months before the movie came out. Nowadays, I don't see the promo until like 2 weeks before the movie come out. And I'm like, nigga, when is fucking movie supposed to? Nigga, when is this movie supposed to come out? Like Avatar. Avatar can do some shit like that. Avatar can do a 2 week build. Say the movie come out December such and such, and we would go watch Avatar because it's a franchise and we trust it. There's a lot of movies that nowadays I would not spend a fucking dollar on, and I just wait till the bitch come on Netflix or HBO Max or something. I got all these fucking subscriptions. You goddamn right, I'm waiting for one of these movies to come on there before I go spend my money. 2026 hopefully is better with movies. We shall see. What movies come out next year? I have no fucking clue. But there's some movies that I think is gonna be very intriguing to see. I'm still waiting for this Avengers fucking trailer to drop. I think it drops tomorrow. It drops tomorrow, right? I don't know. This episode is gonna be out before then, but yeah. But the Avengers Doomsday trailer, I'm looking forward to that motherfucker. And I think the Spider-Man trailer is also coming soon. Like, man, I'm looking forward to that. But Hollywood is running into a situation where I don't think you have any new big superstars in movies. Like, there's not too many movie stars anymore. There's not too many that will make you get up and go watch a movie, and that's kind of where there's maybe like two or three, and that's it. Like that of this era, maybe two or three. I might be scratching the surface with that shit. Like it might be like two really, but yeah, Taylor Swift. Take a deep breath on that one. Taylor Swift. She dropped another album this year. She's got a documentary on Disney. I have not watched it. I have not listened to the album. Uh, listen, I think Taylor Swift is the last of a dying breed. That's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. The good thing is she's the last of a dying breed, which means she's always going to be successful no matter what she does. It does not matter. She's the last musician, artist that of the past that actually still have fans and have people that give a fuck about her, no matter what she does. Where the problem kicks in is that because we've seen her so much, she's overexposed. She's oversaturated. So now we kind of just are like, can't she just go away for like 3 years? I'm not saying a long time, but just like 3 years. You can take 3 years. You can take 3 years. I don't care about Taylor Swift as an artist. As an artist, I'm good. Like as an artist, I'm good. Like, and because of this time period of life that we live in, music is so goddamn microwave. Her music doesn't hit like it used to because music doesn't hit like it used to. So anytime you hear her music nowadays, it's not as game changing like it used to be, or to a lot of fans like it really made sense to be. And I think that's what's killing her. The industry is dying. Music is dying left and right. There's not really anybody of interest that you care about. And for 20 years, she damn. Yeah, it'd be 20 years. Her first album came out what, like in 2006? It'd be 20 years. 20 years. But really, it's been really like 17, right? Like it's been like 17 years this woman has been in pop culture lexicon. And it gets to the point where you don't want to fucking hear her name anymore. And it's nothing, no offense to her. It's just like I don't care any fucking more. You get tired of hearing someone every fucking day. And I think that's what's happening with her. I don't care about albums. I don't care that I don't give a shit. I don't care. The fact of the matter is she's been doing this for 20 years. And I can't name you one time where I felt like she was the center of the music universe like that. Even though people try to swear to God she has been. I don't know about that. Ready to my last topic, which is speaking of dying in music, hip hop is dying. Lord have mercy. 21 Savage has dropped a new album. It doesn't seem like it's going to have really that much stand power, which is crazy because 21 Savage is one of the biggest names in rap. So for him to have no stand power, that's fucking nuts. Big Crit just dropped a really good project, and I don't even think that's going to have stand power. Wale's album is dope as fuck. That's a dope ass album. It's great to see Wale finally get his love, but it's also like, bro, this happens at the wrong time because hip hop is fucking dying. And then you have hip hop falling off a Billboard for the first time in what 35 fucking years. And then you just had Ebro lose his job. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97, they just lost their job. And you have other podcasters like DJ Head and Elliot Wilson's podcast just died. And this is something I've been saying for a long time. And the beef did not help. I'm gonna get that shit out the way. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. That beef did not help. But hip hop has been dying for a very long fucking time. And we kept patching it the fuck up. We kept saying, oh, we just keep giving big name artists, the push or try to make somebody into the next this and the next that. We kept patching that shit up. We kept trying to tell people they were great artists or great rappers when they weren't really fucking great anything. There were more superstars than there were, and that's the same thing in music nowadays. There's more superstars than actual fucking artists and musicians, and that is what's killed hip hop. You've let too many people get famous off of hip hop, and then when they got their fucking money and their fame, they dipped on hip hop and became pop stars. They became country music stars like a Post Malone, and they just took the damn act of hip hop and then ran with it. And because y'all gave them so much credit for just fucking with us, hip hop has died. Everybody's the same. Everybody's formulaic. Everybody sounds the fucking same, which everybody kept saying, and yet y'all kept pretending like, nah, man, they sound like this, and he sounds no the fuck. Everybody sounds the fucking same. Am I shocked that Ebro lost his job? No. Am I shocked? Am I shocked Ebro lost? No. Am I shocked DJ Head and Elliot Wilson's podcast died? No. Because they don't know how to talk about hip hop without being negative. They can't give hip hop its proper context because they're not young enough, or I don't say young enough, but they're not in tune with the music as much as they think they are. The beef fucked this up tremendously. I don't know who said it. I think it was Thug or 21. I don't know who really said this shit. I think I saw a quote today where somebody was like, I think it might have been Young Thug, when he was like, yeah, Drake and Kendrick's beef kind of like just fucked everything up because hip hop ain't been the same since. And that's exactly what it is. Y'all rooted for this shit, and now hip hop has not a leg to stand on. They have no stars. Nobody has done anything to solidify themselves. This beef was supposed to help the game, right? It's supposed to breathe new life into hip hop, and actually, it killed it. And it's because of people like Ebro, and it's because of like Elliot Wilson and DJ Head. They kept sitting there saying how this is a new era of hip hop. This is new. Bro, beef don't help nothing except one person's career, and then it kills everything else. The only reason why Drake was even somewhat successful after the Meek Mill beef is because Drake was always the guy that people already had worked with. It wasn't like people turned on Drake. Unlike this beef, where everybody tried to seem like it was just like a great idea to just turn on this nigga. Like, this beef fucked up a lot of people, and then fucked up a lot of money for a lot of people. And I don't think you're getting that back no time soon. Hip hop is dying, and there's no one that can fix it. And I'm not saying that saying Drake could fix this shit, because I don't think even Drake can fix this shit. Hip hop is dying. You got what you wanted. A new hip hop, a new rap, a new everything, right? Y'all got what y'all wanted. But who leads it? That's where the fuck the problem lies. Because I don't think there's anybody that can lead this era of hip hop. And that's just facts. And that is it. 2025 is over. 2025 is over. Listen, this has been a great year. Been a great year for my podcast, man. I've had fun this year doing this podcast. Um, I'm bringing back the debate next year. Bringing back artist breakdown, album breakdown. I'm finishing up my 2010. I'm in 2010 list. I gotta go back and look at the list where I stopped, and I'll be back next year. Maybe first week I get back to that. On my top 10 list in the 2010s. I think I was in songs. I just don't know where I was in songs. I think I was doing. I think it was the biggest hits of 2010. I think it was the next list I was supposed to do. Doing my artists, and that's been fun to do artists and all that. But next year I'm doing that again. Um, yeah, I wish 2026 musically is better. I hope movies get better next year. God Almighty, I hope music get better next year. TV has not been bad. There's not really been a bad TV, which is crazy to say. Um, but yeah, man. This is the last episode of the year for me, man. Um, Wishful Purpose was the title of this episode. I can't even remember really what that first episode was about. Um, I think this is my 228th or 229th episode of this year. Again, I did all of these episodes in 1 year. So damn near the entire year. So 365 days, I did 229 episodes. You can say that's a work ethic. Yeah. Or you can say, I'm just fucking bored and I got nothing to do. And on Tuesdays, that's what I did, man. I believe sports will be back next year. Life of Times Music, hopefully, I will have more of a music feel next year. Albums, songs, everything will be back to normal next year. Comes to music, even though I think it's fucking dying. But there's gonna be a lot of things coming back next year, man. Like I said, the debate's coming back next year. I'm finally gonna start doing movies, and I want to get into the movies and stuff like that, and you know, and that's coming next year, man. This has been fun this whole year, man. I've done a lot of work uh on this podcast, man. I've tried to just push myself more and more every year to continue to push myself. Yeah, I get to finally have a break. I get to finally have a break. Yay! But I'll be back January. I'll be back January. Don't get it twisted. I'll be back in January. Get a couple of weeks off to chill and retool and write some more lists down, write some things down. But I'll be back next year. Um, so yeah. I'm sorry for this episode cutting out. Wi-Fi's been going crazy the last couple of days, but I'm happy to close it out this episode, man. Um, yeah, man. Um, oh no, man. I appreciate anybody that's been watching these episodes from the first episode of this year to the last episode, which is this one. Um, I'll talk to you guys next year, man. Tell you guys next year, man. Um, I'll be sports, wrestling life, life of times with music, point of view, random shit. Hopefully, I get back to that. The debate is coming back. Top 10 lists are coming back. Um, Breakdowns, everything's coming back, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the end of 2025. I'll see you in 2026, man. Love y'all. Peace.